There is so much power in just showing up every single day. Every once in a while, I would say maybe once a year, I sometimes look back at the profiles of all the friends that I've started business with around the same time, like 3, 4 years ago. And it's interesting to see that some of those old friends, they are still in the same exact position where they were, 3, 4 years ago, or maybe they made a little bit of progress, but not that much. And then some of my other friends managed to build seven, multiple seven, or even eight-figure companies in that same time period. So it really makes me think like, well, what is the difference? Like, why is it that some of those people that I've started around the same time with, they are still in the same position, and I've been able to change my life completely in these few short years, and some of my other friends have been able to get way more success than me as well, way more, right? So what's the difference? And I realized that it's not that the people who got the success did anything that exceptional on a day-to-day basis. Like, if you took 1 hour from one of the days of one of my friends who does multiple seven or eight figures a year, it's nothing that exceptional. Sure, they work hard, sure, they are focused, sure, they are good at communication, all of those things, but it's not like you would think that they are a superhero or they are like an alien. Like, they are normal human beings as well. There's nothing that exceptional about any given 1 hour of work that they do, really. It's more about just showing up every single day, and that compounds over time, right? So the biggest difference between those who make monumental progress in a few years and those who barely make any is really that those who make the progress, they showed up every day. And consistency in reality doesn't look like you're working 8 hours or 10 hours with laser focus every single day. Like, I know that that's probably your expectation right now, and you're probably hard on yourself, like, oh, why can't I stay consistent? Or at least that's definitely been the case with me. Like, I've always beat myself up about, like, oh, I can't believe, why can I stay consistent? Why can I just work 8 hours focused every single day? But in reality, consistency is more about just showing up and giving the most that you can give on that specific day. And on some days, that's going to mean that you can put in 10 hours of focus work. On some days, it's only going to be 2 hours of, or 1 hour of work, right? Very minimal. But that's what actual consistency is. It's just showing up every single day and putting in as much as you can for that day, right? It's not going to be the same amount every day. You're not superhuman. You're not like a robot. But it's just about never having weeks where you stop doing the thing you are supposed to do. Like, even with the YouTube stuff, even with the personal branding stuff, it's the same thing. Or with the agency outreach, it's the same thing. The difference just becomes bigger and bigger over time between those who just upload every single week, multiple times a week, and they just don't stop for years on end, and those who make some amazing videos, then they don't upload for 2 months, then they come back, they do it for 2 weeks, then they go again for 1 month away, and it's just like they are inconsistent, right? Same thing on the agency side. Like, my business partner, Greg, he's been able to go from 0K a month. He was one of my first students when I started mentoring some people on the side to start content agencies. And now he's doing 88K a month with his agency. Like, he did that in February, right? And it was done in a matter of 3 years. And he had like zero business experience before. So it makes you think like, okay, well, how could he do that? And then there are so many other people who are still making 5K with their agencies after years of trying. And it's because he never took his foot off the gas completely, right? Like, he never had a month where he didn't do outreach and have the systems running. He never had, weeks where he wouldn't post content. Like, he just did what he was supposed to do, as much of it as he could do for that week or that day or that hour, right? And it's not always going to be the maximum amount, but at least you got to do something. You just have to stick to the plan and put in as much as you can put in for that day, even if that's only a minimal amount. And yeah, that's pretty much the message of this video. Like, you probably have this wrapped idea about consistency and discipline in your head, that every day I'm supposed to grind 12 hours a day like a robot and be fully focused. And that's just not the reality. Like, all these people you watch on YouTube, they have their days when they only work 2 hours in a day, and then they go to a beach club and enjoy themselves. They have the days where, they put in 12 hours and they get a shit ton of stuff done. So not all of their days look the same. It's more about just showing up every day consistently at one thing, not shifting your focus, like saying no to a bunch of things that come up, saying no to a bunch of shiny objects, and just putting in as much as you can every day into one thing for a couple of years. And I know I kind of repeated myself a bit, but I really want to drive this point home. The people you look up to, they are not exceptional. They just showed up every single day. So if you want to become exceptional as well, it's not about every hour of your work being exceptional. It's about just showing up, putting in the maximum you can, whether that's a lot, whether that's a little, and just doing it for a prolonged period of time, way longer than what other people are willing to do. And you will get bored eventually. That's also part of the difficulty, right? Like, you will feel like you want to start something new. You will get bored of the daily tasks which need to be doing, whether that's uploading a YouTube video, whether that's running the cold email campaigns, whether it's hiring some new team members, training them. These tasks get boring over time, but the ones who win the most at the end, they just do them regardless for months and months and years to come. So that's my message for you today. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.